Hey everybody, welcome to another Cowgirl Corner. I'm here once again with head coach at the Connor State Cowgirls, Jamie Fisher. Coach, thanks for having me back.
Thanks, man. It's been a while, man.
It sure has, and in the time we've been gone, the Cowgirls have been on a good string of basketball here of late, improved to 19-4 overall, 7-2 in Region 2 play. Still one of the top scoring teams in the country, 6th nationally, and Yanni Relaford has amassed her 1,000th career point here at Connor. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Again, huge milestone for Yanni. She got it last Saturday night against Tonkawa. We beat them like 84-77. I think she scored 28 points in the game.
Wow.
Great milestone for her. She's very humble about it. I've told you that she's a very humble young lady, just like really all of our players are right now. Great kids. They're about winning. And that's what. So the milestone was great, but she was more excited that we got the win.
For sure. And a lot of players at the 4-year level never score 1,000 points. So to be able to do that in 2 years here at a junior college is a real feat.
Yes, Yanni's a very special young lady, very special player, very tough matchup. We've talked about that on the show time and time again. She can shoot three. She can drive the lane. She can post up. She can hit the mid-range jumper. I mean, she's just a tough matchup. And what's made Yanni so successful is, yes, Yanni's ability, and Yanni plays within the system, but Yanni also has great teammates around her.
For sure.
And so kind of takes the pressure off of her a lot more, especially this year. We've got a great group of young ladies that all can score. I mean, I think we've got 4 girls averaging double figures in scoring. So, yes, Yanni's leading the pack in that, but we have a lot of weapons. So you can't just lock in on Yanni.
Yep.
She gets her points in spurts a lot. So you never know when it's coming.
Yeah, when you're scoring 80, 90, 100, 110 points in the basketball game, a lot of players are going to score quite a bit. And these Cowgirls have definitely shown that so far. So let's talk about some of the recent games. I'll start with Tonkawa, an 84-77 victory for the Cowgirls. What do you think of that one?
That was a good game for us. We have been on the road a lot.
Yeah.
Out of the first 8 games in conference, first time through, we were on the road for 5 of them. And that was a makeup game that got snowed out. And so we played 6 games in 10 days. That was our 5th game in 10 days. Hadn't had much of a break. Got all our kids back in one piece. And just, it was a fun game. We jumped out on them early. And then they kind of battled back as expected. And then we pulled away down the stretch. Great contest. Tonk does a good job. They're a tough matchup for us because kind of the style they play. But I thought we handled it a lot better than we've had in the past when we've seen that kind of style. So I was really proud of the girls. It was a good win.
Yep. And then, a 90-71 victory down at Eastern, a well-coached team. What do you think about that one?
Well, anytime you can beat your rival on their floor, it is a great win. Eastern's really well coached. They're extremely athletic. They play super hard, super aggressive. Again, we had a big lead in that game, and we fouled too much. We got them to the line 42 times, which is a problem. And so, and we had a big lead, and then we kind of let that lead dwindle because we fouled too much, and then we stepped up and pulled it off down the stretch. It got to about probably 10 or 9, and then we just kind of took off and locked back in, as we say, and stopped fouling, started blocking out. We're giving too many second chances, and their second chances led to our fouls.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. We cleaned that up, and that's when we kind of took off on that one. Eastern's a very good team, and again, it's a rivalry game, so anytime you can get a win on your rival's floor like that, that's huge.
Absolutely. If you win one game all year, that's the one you want to win, for sure.
Yeah, that and NEO.
Yep. So, and then this week you welcomed Western Oklahoma to town and got out of there with a 105-51 victory. What were you seeing on that one?
I was excited for the simple fact, number one, we had the last 3 games, we've had great bench play. Girls have been excited, jumping around. Everybody's been supporting everybody. Last night in the Western game, everybody got to play. Everybody got to score.
Yep.
The important thing that I thought that I was really scared of was I thought we'd come out flat. I didn't think we would come out flat, but I was afraid we would come out flat. We beat them 100-63 at their place, so that's a game it's very easy for us just to come in and say, hey, we got this. This is our place. We can just kind of sleepwalk and win this game, but we didn't. We came out and we just put it on them from the start. I think it was 34-6 at the end of the first quarter, and it was like 61-25 at half, and it could have been, I mean, you were there, it could have been 75 points at the half. Very easy. And everybody got to play, everybody got to score, everybody scored in the first half, so it was a fun game. But I was more proud of our group that we came out hot, we came out energized, where we could have easily slept walk through that game, but we didn't. And I told the girls that's what good teams do, and they don't play to the level of their competition. And our number one goal was to insert our dominance in that game. We wanted to show them we were bigger, faster, stronger, better basketball players, and that's no disrespect. That was our game plan, and I felt like we executed that about as well as we could.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite parts about this Cowgirls team is watching the way they support the players on the end of the bench. They get to come in moments like that, and every time there was a basket scored from a player that doesn't get a lot of minutes, in some of the closer ball games, they were going nuts on the sidelines, and that was definitely fun to see as a fan. So
yes, it was good. Again, it was a great team win, quality team win. I mean, 105-51. I mean, that's an easy win, but it was the simple fact that everybody got to play, everybody contributed, and it was a chance for us to get better, and we got better in some areas.
Absolutely. So 2 games next week. You got Seminole State on the road on Monday, and then welcoming Murray to town on Thursday. What are you looking at next week?
We got Seminole here, and that was the second conference game. It was a 9-10 point game, I think. We beat them. Fun game, intense game. And then the Murray game was, during that snowstorm, we had kind of an interesting deal. We had 2 weeks. We had played Seminole, then we had a whole 2 weeks off because we caught the bye date, and then we caught the snow and ice, so we had to cancel. So that Murray game was a makeup game on a Saturday. Well, we went to Enid for a Thursday night game, had to turn around, 3-hour trip, come home, practice the next day, and then go 2.5 hours to Murray. Murray caught us. They got us by 3, kind of caught us just right, and it was an intense game. Both these games are going to be very intense. Both of these games are going to be high energy, a lot on the line, because this is when the fun part is really beginning. The second time through, there's a lot on the line for a lot of teams. You're talking about teams playing for a conference championship. You're talking about teams that are playing to survive to get to the region tournament, and you're talking about teams playing for position. And if you look at it right now, we're playing a team that's fighting for position, and if they got hot, they could run that race of getting in that top 3. You've got a team that's fighting to crawl out of the cellar.
Absolutely.
And then you've got us who's fighting for a conference championship. We've put ourselves in the position to play for a conference championship right now. And that's something this program hadn't had in a long time. So we're excited about that. We're trying to embrace it. But that's what makes these games down the stretch really fun, because you're talking about, again, there's a lot on the line for every team. You're playing for positioning, you're playing for survival, or you're playing for a championship. Who's playing for what? And so that's the fun part. And so right now we're playing for a conference championship as of right now today. We are at the top right now. That could change. I hope it doesn't. I hope we stay locked in and continue to do what we do in order for us to win that championship, because that is our goal but you also got people that are playing for positioning, and we're a big game for them right now. If you beat us, that's a quality win right now. So we've got to take that seriously.
Absolutely. So if you're watching, make sure you come out and support the Cowgirls at home next Thursday as they look to get redemption against the Aggies, and we hope to see you there.